into your mat this morning, and we're going to start our practice bringing our hands down to our lap. So just take a moment to arrive there and to find a comfortable seat. We'll just roll the spine around and curl it under. Your shoulders will roll forwards here, and feel a bit of stretch around the back of the neck and into the shoulders. Now take a couple of breaths here. Then you may like to release your hands to the floor and just slide them forwards. And keep this sense of looking into the body here. Breathe into any areas which would welcome the breath. And we'll bring our fingers now back into the body to sit up and draw up through the spine, hands coming to rest on the knees. Now turning your chin to look over your left shoulder. And take a couple of breaths here. We'll then semicircle the chin over towards the right. And a couple of breaths to that side. Semicircle back over to the left side. And then we'll tilt the head down towards the shoulder. That you're trying to touch the ear to the top of the shoulder. Couple of yes, no nods there. And then semicircle over to the right shoulder. Now right ear's looking to find the right shoulder. Couple of yes, no nods on this side. Chin back into the throat. Just tuck it in tightly there so you intensify the stretch around the back of the neck. And then we'll lift the head back into a neutral position. Left hand to the left side. So we'll reach up through the right arm here and we'll just shrug out into that left shoulder. And right arm and stretch up and to the side. We want to find a clear diagonal line now from the right waist, up through the body and into the arm. This next breath, you might like to turn your chest up towards the ceiling. So there's a little bit of rotation through the chest. Right arm coming back down. So right hands to the right side of the body, left arm's lifting up. Moment to relax out that right shoulder. And then little lean over to the left. A clear line from the left hip, the left edge of the body into the arm with fingertips. Left arm comes down to the floor. So both arms are now behind you. The fingers are pointing away from you. We'll lean back into the heels of the hands. And we'll lift up and into the chest. And then we'll roll around to our starting position. Chin into the throat and that curve through the back of the spine. And now we slowly draw up and through the body and arriving with an upright spine again. And the eyes shutting as we take and turn our attention inwards. And we're looking to feel the breath deep within the body. following that rise and fall of the abdomen. So we breathe in and breathe out. And we turn our attention and our inner gaze to this place of the body. Open your eyes again, keeping the gaze soft. And holding that steadiness, that calmness in mind and body, we come onto our mat and onto all fours. So rising on all fours, let's take a moment to set arms and legs. And then we'll breathe out and ease back into a child. And we'll look forwards as we do. So coming up and back to all fours, we want the front of the body to be close to the mat as we lift back up. And then breathing out, we draw backwards again towards the heels. And forwards, bringing the chest close to the mat as we lift back up and around again. So we'll just move with our breath for a few moments. We'll check into the rhythm of your breath. See if you can guide your movement this last round or so. Bit inside the breath. And we're all arrived back to all fours and into a neutral position. Right leg will now stretch back with the toes tucked under. Press back into your right heel. Then with your next breath, take the right knee down and we'll lift up through the left knee, left toes tucked under and stretch back into the left hamstring. Knee comes down. We'll bring the left knee comes down. We'll bring the right leg back out again. And this time you may want to just hover that left knee off the floor for a few breaths. Left knee down and the right knee. So stretching out through the left leg. Once you're anchored there, you may want to lift the right knee just a fraction off the floor. Right knee comes down along with the left. Threading the needle, left arm will come underneath the right. We'll come up onto the fingertips of the right hand. Create a little picture frame to look out underneath the right elbow. Right hand comes to the mat. And left arm will come back to the floor to do thread the needle on the opposite side. Back again to your all fours. The right leg will now lift out behind you. The moment there to stabilize your balance with the lift of that leg. And we'll now slowly take it out to the right hand side. And we're planting it down so the big toes are more or less in alignment with the top of the left knee. And we'll lift up off the left knee. Left arm will lift up. And we'll stretch that tall. And then we're swaying over towards the right leg. And slide your right hand down the top of the right thigh. Both arms come down to the mat. And right knee will now circle up and into the core. And you're looking down at the right knee there. And keeping the right knee bent, we're now lifted up behind us towards the ceiling. Keep your right knee coming back to the core. And we'll circle it out around us. And we all arrive back into a neutral position. A little bit of free movement now through the body on all fours. We'll take a deep out breath through the mouth. So arriving on the other side of the body, moment to neutralize the spine, and then we lift the left leg out behind us. The moment there to balance the body on 3 points. And then slowly start to take your left leg around to the left side of the body. And you can then plant the left foot down to the mat, lifting up onto the right knee and the right arm's lifting up. Breath also hit really stretch tall with that right arm. And then we'll come into our gate pose over to the left side. Just gently leaning towards the left. Arm comes down, the left will follow. And we'll slowly lift that left leg up and draw it up and into the core. Moment there. So look down at the left knee. And then keeping that left knee bent, we'll lift it out behind us, like we're pushing the ceiling up with the left foot. Bringing your left knee up and circling it out around you. Bring it down. Arriving back on all fours, again a little bit of free movement through the pelvis and through the breath as well. Coming into melting heart now, you'll notice that the pelvis remains high here above the knees. We walk the arms forward here and let the chest drop down towards the floor. And find you can walk your hands forward quite a way here. Rest on the forehead or maybe on the chin. Slide your hands back in to come onto all fours. Just check in with the hands here that they're like starfish fingers with space between each finger. Tuck the toes under and we ease back and into down dog. Moment to pedal the legs in down dog. Then both heels high, looking forwards. Then you can walk the feet up or step them to the top of the mat. We flat back the spine forwards. Breathe out and forward fold. If your legs are relatively straight here, you'll probably feel quite a big stretch up the backs of the legs. So we breathe out and soften that, bending the knees. The belly will come closer towards the thighs. So hold that closeness now as you breathe in to straighten up through the backs of the legs again. With hamstring stretch there. Breathe out to soften it, bending the knees again. Breathe in to open up through the backs of the legs. Drawing the spine down, we hold that closeness between the chest and the thighs. Release the head down like you're drawing the crown towards the mat. Left hand can come over to the right leg, can come onto the floor to the side or cover the foot or somewhere on the leg. Right arm will lift up. And we're easing into this twist now. Softness in the right arm as it reaches up. Out, right hand covers the left foot or comes to the side, and the left arm will lift up. And again, we'll hold that little bit of softness in the left arm. So the strength of the movement is coming through the core. Breathe out and find your way back and into forward fold. Arms out behind you. We'll rest the arms on the small of the back. We'll roll up through the spine now, bending the knees to lift up and pressing into the feet to straighten. We'll interlace the fingers behind the back and roll the shoulders back, finding a squeeze into the hand. Look up, breathe in, look back. Hold the feet. And then releasing all of that, bring the arms up and into a V shape. You can turn your palms upwards here, a bit of flex through the wrists. Looking up. And then soften the body, arms coming down the center line to arrive into forward fold. Deep out breath as you arrive. With flat back, offering the spine forwards. Breathe in there. Then bend the knees to bring the hands down and we'll step back into down dog. With the knees up or down, we'll roll forwards into a version of plank. And we all bring the knees down now to the mat. Breathing out will find us back towards the heels. With the chest close to the floor, we'll slide forwards to arrive onto the belly and into cobra. Breathe out, or falls and down dog. And a moment here to bend your right knee in down dog and look underneath the right armpit. Anchor your weight firmly through both hands and into the left heel. Swivel to the other side, bending the left knee. Both heels high, belly towards the thighs. Look forwards and step or walk the feet to the top of the mat. Flat back, offering the spine. Breathing out and folding. So release weight into the feet as you start to flow upwards, arms above the head, and breathe out to bring the hands back down to the heart. We'll take 3 big circles through the arms now and drawing them down the center line. And like a circle, we follow the breath. Moving from in-breath into the out-breath. And this time, we're going to bow down and into our forward fold. So soften the body, letting gravity take the spine down. Remember, put that little bend through the knees. It will help to soften lower back. Flat back, offer the spine forward. Hands to the mat and arriving into the down dog. Take the knees down or keep them up, and we roll forwards into a high plank. And then back and into down dog. Going to circle forwards again. Take your time to really come up high onto the balls of the feet. Draw into your belly. Arrive. Bend the knees. And ease back. For this round, we'll all come forwards, and you can drop the knees here if you prefer to come down onto the belly. With the knees down, or else lower down to the floor. In breath to cobra. Out breath, all forwards and back and into down dog. So opening up into the right hip now, the right leg will float upwards. We'll bend the knee, rotate the knee up towards the ceiling. Anchor down to your left foot here, into the left heel. Slowly release out that right leg. Take it down. And the left leg will lift up. The movement's slow and it's measured here. There's no rush. Left knee lifts up. Anchor down to the right heel. And giving yourself time and space to arrive back down. In breath. Heels are high, belly towards the thighs. Breathe in, and we'll step or walk the feet to the top of the mat. Flat back. Breathe out and forward fold. We come to rise again, rooting down through the feet, arms flowing up, and with our out breath, arriving back to heart. 3 full rounds of breath there. Recentering. And softening your knees, sink into chair. We come into another sun salutation. Breathing in, we're in chair, arms above us. Breathing out, soften the spine into your forward fold. Flat back, top of the spine. Out breath, down dog. We breathe our way into our high plank with the knees up or down. And we'll take the knees down. This time come back towards heel. Very close to the mat. To ease forward into cobra and down dog. And in breath, the right leg will lift. Now we're going to swing it through to bring the foot between the hands. So you may want to stand up here and step forwards with the right foot. Left foot will anchor down. Just a moment here to swivel into your pelvis. Bring a bit of free movement into the body. You explore your balance here. Anchor your weight into the feet. So now when we come to lift up the hands, our feet are feeling anchored and we can breathe in, spine flow up, and arrive into warrior one. Deep lunge in the front knee. Breathe in, arms will come to either sides into a cactus shape. And we breathe out to reach up again. Breathe in, open your cactus arms. And breathe out to lift up. Breathe out and arrive into warrior two. We cross the arms in front of the body here. And we breathe them out to either side. Breathe out to cross your wings. Breathe in to open up. Last time. And the gaze will come down the front arm to the fingertips. Right palm turns up. And we reach up and back. Reverse warrior. Right hand to the right thigh. Left arm comes up and over. So we just sway from our reverse warrior into this side body stretch. Right arm to right thigh. Left arm up and over. Last round. We arrive in this side body stretch here. Now anchor down into your back leg here. Then straighten up through the front knee. Make sure it doesn't lock there. You may want to slide the right hand down towards the foot. Left arm will lift. And you've arrived into Trikonasana here. Root down into your back. Left arm comes down. And we bring the front foot. Lift up the right leg out behind us. And arrive back and into down dog. We all roll forward into plank with knees up or down. And we'll lower the knees down to come back towards heels. Couple of breaths here in our giant. Look forward and slide forwards, arriving into cobra. Pull forwards and down dog. So breathing in, we'll lift the left leg skywards. And we're again going to swing it through to bring the foot between the hands. You may want to step up at this point. Step it forward and find your stance. So arriving left foot forward, strong back leg, and a few moments to free spiral into the body. And then as you root down into both feet, especially the back leg, to be able to lift the arms and float them up into your warrior one. Breathe out, big circle this time to either sides of the body. Breathe in, the arms will float up. Out breath, and in breath, lifting up. We'll open up into warrior two, gazing down the front arm and breathing out to cross arms, cross the body. In breath, looking down the front arm, lifting arms. Breathe out and let your wings cross. Strong neck. The arms will come out to either sides of the body. We'll lift the front palm and lift it up into reverse warrior. We're milling down, left forearm on the left thigh, and we reach up and over with the right arm. We'll just flow between one and the other, no rush. And try and slow down the movement. And just moving steadily with the breath. We'll pause in this side stretch. We're straightening up the front knee now, lifting up through that leg. And we'll slide the left hand down that left leg towards the floor. And we're arriving into triangle here. Keep the softness in your body here. Breath or so. This time we'll windmill down the right arm, and then we're rotating the body, so we're now facing the long edge of the mat. And we'll offer the spine forwards here, flat back. Breathe out, move down into the feet to forward fold. Another 3 rounds of breath. Right hand, we place it on the floor, so we're looking down at the right arm. Left arm will float up, taking us into a wide leg twist. Left hand comes down, covers the right spot, and the right arm will lift up. Bringing the right arm down now, and place the hands wherever you need to on the floor to find balance, to lunge into the right knee, straightening the left leg. And turn the toes up if you like on the left foot. And then we'll find our way to lunge into the left knee, straightening out through the right leg. to your center line. And again, a little bit of free movement here, just from side to side. Maybe an out breath through the mouth. We come into one more of these side lunges, coming to the right side of the body. And slowly swiveling our way to the left. Back to your center line, hands on the mat, flat back, and then forward fold a second time. Walk the hands back in a little bit. See how strong you can make your feet here. Hands forward. And just rotate your feet so toes are pointing out, heels are in. And then we roll up. Bring hands to the top of the thighs. And shrug out into the shoulders. So we breathe out now to sink a little bit lower into our horse stance. Right arm will rest on the right thigh. So left hand's like a scoop here. Scooping water in front of you, lifting up. Water will pour down that left arm. And then we breathe out. Bring the left forearm to left thigh. And scoop up water across the body with the right arm. Breathing out. Coming back to the center line. Left hand scoops from left to right. Right hand scoops. One more side. One more around both sides. Arrive back in your forward fold. Now imagine you've got a big weight and you're lifting it up from the floor. So we're slowly going to roll that weight, roll the spine up, carrying that weight. We transfer it into the palms. And sinking low, we lift both palms up. Breathe in and soften as you straighten up. And the arms will float down. In breath, arms will rise up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in to roll up. And we'll bring both hands onto the thighs now, easing down, looking over the left shoulder. Breathe out. And we'll circle the spine towards the right. Breathe in as you look over the right shoulder. And breathe out to scoop the spine over to the other side. Few breaths here, going from side to side. We're only back and into the forward fold. Now a swivel, walk the hands round to frame the top foot, whatever one that you want that to be. And we'll step back that leg to arrive into down dog. Few breaths in down dog. Now even though there may be a stillness now in the body, We can feel the flow through the body, so it's not static here. Using the in-breath to lengthen, the out-breath to soften. And we're all breathing to bring the knees down to the mat, to bring big toes together, sit back on the heels, open out the knees and come forwards into a wide leg chant. Walk your hands back in. We're arriving in a kneeling position. So we're going to now just swing the right leg around in front of us. Left knee still bent, and the left foot will come somewhere into the right thigh. So do put a bit of padding underneath that left knee if you need to support it. Now rotate the trunk of the body so it's facing towards the right leg. Breathe in, draw up through the spine, and breathing out to forward fold down. Breathe in, roll up again through the spine, and reaching the chest forward, forward fold down. We'll take both hands now over and across the right leg. So reaching slightly to the right hand side and a bit more stretch into that left side of the body. Then frame your front leg and take the spine up. Right knee bends, left leg, will straighten it and lengthen it and bend it a couple of times just to realign that left knee. And then left foot to the mat, and we'll turn the right foot, connect to the left thigh, bit of padding under the right knee if you need, rotating the spine to face the left leg. Breathe in, lift up the arms, breathe out to fold down the length of the left leg. Breathe in to draw up through the spine, and out breath to fold. Now in breath to roll up. This time forward folding both hands, the left side of the left leg. There's a little bit of a twist going on in this. Then the left leg again to come back up. Right leg now will stretch out, both hands are on the leg. So looking to the left leg, big semicircle as you breathe out to bring the spine over to the right, and breathe in to complete that circle around the back of the body. Breathe out to the front of the body, and in breath, anchoring both sit bones to ease into the back of your circle. A bit like you're stirring the pelvis with your spine. From the other direction now, breathing in the opposite way and breathing out across the front of the body. And arriving back and into sitter position. Take both legs together now and breathe out just to slide the hands forwards and into a forward fold. Breathe in to look forwards and breathe out to release the spine towards the earth. Still bring a little bit of movement through the head, left back, and into the spine. We're looking to release, widen the body, flowing into it, rather than becoming rigid within ourselves. Deep out breath through the mouth. Breathe in, roll the body up. Use your hands now to come down and onto the mat. Feet are hips width apart from one another. And we breathe in to lift up the arms overhead and lift the pelvis up into a bridge. Breathe out to lower both arms and the pelvis back down. Breathe in to roll the pelvis up. Breathe out, come back down. For this third round, we pause here with the bridge lifted, arms above the head. Move down into your feet and see if you can get a little bit more height through the hips. And then breathe out, glide the hands to the sides of the body as the pelvis lowers down. So your feet are hips width apart from one another here. And keeping that distance, we drop both knees over to the right into a twist and turn the gaze to the left. You can turn your palms up here. Now to rotate both skull and the legs to the other side. Remember, they're going in opposite directions. Back to the center line. And we'll now open up the knees to either side. The soles of the feet will come together into lying down butterfly. And we breathe out and bring hands down to the belly. Finding this connection to ourselves through the breath inside us. So long. How much space there is in your next out breath. Then use your hands to support your knees back to the center line. We take knees into the chest, hands over the tops of knees. Breathe in, pushing the knees away. And breathing out, draw the knees back in with the hands. The hands remain in contact with the knees, both movements. Next out breath, you can hug the knees in, maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Then keeping the eyes shut, let the feet drop to the floor, and from there you can stretch them out. Arms either sides of the body, palms out, with the eyes shutting. Letting your body relax on the earth. Letting the mind relax in the body. Letting your awareness settle. Resting. Open out your awareness into your surroundings, noting the sounds within them. Noting the touch of air upon skin. And contact of body to earth. And so a moment, a little movement into the body. And from here, take your time to make a smooth, gentle transition up and into sitting. And arriving in a comfortable seat. So from that seat, we rotate the skull so we're looking over the left shoulder. Then take skull over to look over the right shoulder. Your chin upwards, so you're looking into the sky. Breathe out, take the chin into the throat. And we'll place the hands on the knees here as we arrive chin to throat. Breathe in, draw up and through the spine, rolling it around and into the throat. Breathe out. And just hold the breath a little moment outside of the body with the chin to the throat. Let go of all of that to come back and into sitting again. We'll bring hands down to the belly now. Hands at the belly. We'll breathe the hands up, arriving in the heart. Our breath now opening from the heart, diffusing through the body. And into this space, offering a simple affirmation to close our practice. I am. I am enough. Breathing in and breathing out, letting your practice go with the out breath. And eyes opening again, coming back up. Namaste.